There's a presentation going on nearby, one of the other competitions. You can see lines of empty tables on the right as the focus now of attention on this men's singles final. And Waldner at the far end of the table in yellow serves in, and he's 1 game to love up and 1 point to love up in this second game. Now this is the game that Michael Appelgren must win to give himself a psychological chance against a man who he knows has won the major title, the world title. 1-1 it is, good play.
Both of these players are so good away from the table that even when they do get forced back, they're still in contention to win the point.
That was a speculative shot, a little bit lax and just off the edge of the right-hand corner. Well, Waldner in control. Is it going to go back on? No, it isn't. It's way, way off. 2-2. Powerful play there without too much foot movement here by Waldner. Once he gets into control there, he starts to execute the shot. He's in total control. Whichever player can take control at the table is going to win the point invariably. It's 3-2, and Appelgren here has an advantage. He has service too, which will help. High service disguised by that right arm didn't help him. Very shaky first service, Kevin.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Appelgren's tactics are in this game. I think he's going to try and be a little bit more positive if he can, but it's interesting to note that both these players won't have the advantage of a coach for this particular match, because obviously they're both Swedish and they can't use the national coach.
Yes, their individual coach is Glenn Uss, who we've seen several times accompanying the Swedish side. He will sit back and offer no advice to either man as he coaches them both as individuals as well as part of the Swedish team. So he will want to sit back and let them do battle without his interference. These fellas know their trade. They know each other, they know the situation, they've been to finals before, both have won major championships, and so they're experienced enough. And let's face it, the top sportsmen and women, when they're out there, it is down to them after all. 5-4 then, or 4-5 I should say, with service. And the superb shot followed by not such a good shot.
6-4 Waldner.
I think because Waldner is so good at blocking the ball back, Appelgren does feel he's got to hit the ball a little bit too hard, and that's what causes the mistakes.
A lot of topspin coming from Appelgren here, and there was no way that Waldner could get to that. He hit it right into the stands. Some indication of the power. Look at this, watch the final one. Look at that high recovery. Look how far back Waldner is, and the ball way into the corner. And that's long, I think. Yes, it is. 6-all.
6-6.
A lot of topspin coming off that shot from Appelgren, and Jan-Ove Waldner lost his composure just for the moment. He's lost a little bit of discipline, and that's 3 in a row. And with a change of service here, Appelgren finds himself 3 points up. Remember, this is the second game of the final if you've just joined us. Waldner winning the first. This is Waldner, 21-15. So game 2, best of 5 games for the United States title.
9-7.
Appelgren there a little bit annoyed with himself. He knows he can't afford to throw away any points, and that really was a bit of an easy mistake. Again, example of him just trying to hit the ball a little bit too hard. He knows Waldner's good at blocking the ball back. I think he's just trying to hit the ball a little bit too hard with his forehand.
That's service, 9-8.
Oh yes, and Waldner demonstrating real control there. For the young players watching, how soon should you start playing? Well, Waldner started at the age of 6, and he now has a contract with a Swedish manufacturer of table tennis equipment to the tune of $66,000 a year, so we're told. So playing sport can bring you some rewards if you get to the very top. You only get to the top through hard work. You've got to have the skill and ability to start with, but it still takes an awful lot of hard work. Appelgren in control here for the moment. Such spin on that ball, swerving through the air. Topspin taking it over the net, marvellous rally. Oh, it's long, it's long. Appelgren, 10-9. That well appreciated by the crowd.
Appelgren always with the advantage here, but Waldner just tried a quick snapshot backhand just off the end. That was better then. Appelgren spinning the ball up, heavy topspin with the backhand. He didn't try to overdo it. He just placed the ball well and made it difficult for Waldner to keep the spin down.
So 12-9, 9-12 with service, and the world champion behind on points for the European champion, but that was a marvellous change of pace and direction, extending Appelgren to the left, and he had no chance at all. Well, Appelgren being the closer of the two to the table, really assuming the superior role there, as well he might from that distance. He forced Waldner way away from the table. These players almost lost in this massive arena that much more at home to pop concerts and indoor football games, transformed for the first time in 6 years. It's been in Miami for 5 years, I understand. This US championship brought here to a part of the world which has made advances in the world of table tennis. It's been introduced into the schools now in a big way here, and that signals the approach that the Americans are now making to this sport. They don't have too much of a record in it, and they will be attempting to make their mark, as it is now an Olympic sport. Long. 14-13 then, Waldner trailing by 1.
You can see Appelgren there just managed to catch Waldner in between the forehand and the backhand. And it's very difficult there for a shake hands grip player.
So 2 points advantage then to the man nearest to us in the blue top. That's Michael Appelgren, left-handed European champion. Very, very tight indeed, as one would expect.
The bottom line is basically for Appelgren, he's not that good at hitting through Waldner, but having said that, I do feel that Waldner's just gone off the boil a little bit. Appelgren is the one who's playing the aggressive shots, and although Waldner is good at blocking the ball back, I don't feel it's a winning game.
Lots of disguise on that service, and Jan-Ove Waldner, recognised by the majority as being the best server in the world, Looking to get the advantage from that service. He's forced his opponent away and just tried the little drop shot over the net. Didn't work. He may well have taken his eye off the ball for a moment as Appelgren came in so quickly. Oh. Well, that was Appelgren in perfect control. He's 1 game to love down, but he's 19-14 up now. Or 14-19, I should say. First point score of that of the server. 15-19.
15-19.
So Waldner.
That's service.
15-19.
So I'll try again. Superb play by Waldner. Appelgren played well, though, to attack in that way and to get attacked back. Well, the best kind of defence is attack, and well, there's a good example of it. Look at this for a return. Put most mere mortals back on their back feet, but Waldner just looked at it and attacked it with such devastating topspin that Appelgren had no chance.
Yeah, Waldner to some extent is a nightmare to try and plan an attack against, because you just don't know what he's going to come out with next.
And he's now got Appelgren trying to capture the edge of the table to escape his forehand topspin smash and or drive, and it's causing him just to miss occasionally. Look at this. Appelgren only by 1 now.
18.
And Jan-Ove Waldner is really putting up a battle here, wants to capture this. He won the first game 21-15. And he really is looking to dominate. Oh, and that's off the top corner, and he's pulled it back. 19 points each in this second game.
19.
Oof. Look how far he got Appelgren out of position. And this is a superb phase of play now by Waldner. And he's hit the net. Well, just as I was saying, what a superb phase it was. He lost that from superb cross-court topspin drives, and well, the end result is now Waldner is 1 point down, and it's game point to Appelgren. Oh, it's 20 all. It's got to go to 22. 2 clear points required, and a grimace on the face of Appelgren, a smile from 1 or 2 quarters in this arena, and the smiles coming perhaps from Waldner supporters. Now, who can take the advantage here? And it's Appelgren, 21-20.
21-20.
Appelgren with the service then at 21-20. It's off, 22-20, and Appelgren pulls it back, and it's 1 game all, and my goodness.